Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I speak two of the most formidable languages that connect Bangladesh and the diaspora community very fluently. One is Sylheti and the second is English. So I will intertwine between the two to convey and answer a question from a very formidable person with formidable capabilities. Just leading on from Zara, I don't dream of Bangladesh that will be like this, like that, like this. We've had enough of dreams. The people have not given up their lives. The youth of this country, our great country, have not given up their lives for us to dream. They've given up their lives to go and do it. So we've got to change it by conviction. Things now need to happen in terms of the diaspora community will play a vital role. It was the diaspora networks that voiced the most in mobilizing support across the international community against the autocratic regime of Sheikh Hasina. So there are many good talents out there in the diaspora community. We must make laws that are conducive for their participation. We cannot use the vague terminology of Article 66 to bar parliamentary participation of people who are talented to go into the country and be part of the legislative-making process, be part of political governance in the country, be part of the future direction of the country. So we must be ambitious, not only for our country, for our people, in terms of we must be ambitious to lead globally. I mean, Bangladesh, why? Bangladesh, people will view it as a poor country. Dr. Mohammed Yunus's concept of microcredit has dispersed over £6 billion of loans in New York to get rid of poverty. Bangladesh is giving the concept to the world on how to get rid of poverty. So there are many dimensions that we should be and ought to be proud of. And I'm telling you, there was somebody that I've forgotten, her name is Shaila, managing director from J.P. Morgan, in the audience. I tell you, you have a job offer. We just don't want to tap into your networks and connect with the world. Mr. Tariq Rahman, my leader, wants you in Bangladesh. You have a job offer. Post-February, let's define your role. And let's, you come at the helm of governance. So we just don't want to tap into the networks of the NRB community. We want you to come and lead from the front in Bangladesh. We want more Ashiks. Tariq Rahman wants more Ashiks, more Lutfi Siddiqui in his government. So, hey, Ashik Bhai, Lutfi Bhai, it is not the end. Don't get job searching just now. Hold on to your seats for a bit. So, in terms of now coming on to the foreign policy question, as I said, the fifth horse revolution is a defining moment in our history. The defining moment in our history because it was the parameter of whether we stay subservient to a particular country and sort of diminish our sovereign integrity territory altogether, or we come out of it with self-determination and move our future and, hold our necks high in the global world with integrity. The people clearly rose. The young people of the country rose. Political parties came together, rose against this autocratic regime. A lot of people from all sectors, all walks of life joined and made that change happen. It's a great message. Of course, I'm part of a political party, but it is a great message to the political class of the country that the people of this country want qualitative change, qualitative governance. It cannot be business as usual, doing politics every day. And, it cannot just be the sons and daughters of political leaders doing politics in Bangladesh. It should be people that you should embrace, people living in the villages, of a remote area in Bangladesh should be able to not dream, but it must make the practicals, the practical procedures and encouragement must be there for them to get involved with public life. So, in terms of foreign policy, post 5th August, we can base our foreign policy on our national interests, based on our national interests, not any country-specific foreign policy interest. It will be a foreign policy that the people of Bangladesh will own. It will be a foreign policy that you will own as an Arabis. And I do not make any fundamental distinction when I say Bangladesh. Bangladeshis and non-resident Bangladeshis. We are Bangladeshis altogether. And in terms of united, we stay strong. In terms of the diaspora networks, if we tap into that, in terms of any foreign investment coming into the country, any security cooperation that we emphasize as a country, any foreign policy dialogue we contact with any of the major stakeholders in the international forums, we will do it on the basis of one thing, on our national interest, on terms that suit the people of our country and our territory. We will never go back to the dark days of being a subservient of a neighbor or being a subservient of anybody or any other country. The people of Bangladesh have risen to self-govern and to do it with esteem. The greatest tolerance this country, we've come together, we've seen, is that 5th August. Tell me how many countries in the world can go out with a government for 5 days? I would think anything, ransacking banks in the US, if it was the case, in the UK, Europe. But we are such a tolerant nation that we could come together and say we've done with the autocratic past, the repression, but yet at the same time, we will not tolerate anybody destabilizing our country. This is Bangladesh, and this is together, in terms of Bangladesh, is one of the largest populated countries in the world. But between Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, we share the largest youth population in the world. This gives you, this gives you one message. This gives us one message. We have to look forward, not backwards. So, in terms of, but yes, we will not forget our past. And what has happened in the last 15 years never should have happened, and never should occur again, providing we get things right and we learn our lesson. In terms of, in summary, it's allowed a multifaceted, foreign policy. We can create a multifaceted foreign policy now, not country-specific. We can reach out to the world that on the basis of our terms, and we can set the terms of reference.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are running out of time.